So this is the beginning of Port Louis Part 2 of the sites and historic places of this 300 and some odd year old city. Here's the cathedral. The previous church was not the cathedral, but this is the Cathedral of Mauritius and Port Louis, the largest Catholic church on the island, and made of stone to last for many years. Okay, so we're gonna cross here, and it looks like a funeral's happening. So respect for their funeral. And I think they're finishing or beginning, I'm not sure. So we're not going to go inside out of respect. Oh, it's finishing, so yeah. But very beautiful, big gold Jesus. So this morning we had a very strong rainstorm. And so now with the wind, it's so blue, the sky. So blue. Okay, so maybe we can go in the side, take a little look. They have huge paintings. Wow. These paintings are like, they must be 20 feet high. Anyways, stained glass. So maybe we'll come here on Sunday, take the bus in, and Sunday and hear the choir sing. So the city and the cathedral are dedicated to the Saint King of France, Saint Louis. Was he a true saint? I don't know. It could have been political, but anyway, it's a nice name, Saint Louis. So kitty corner from the cathedral is a mosque and some really old buildings. The first floor like 300 years old, and then they added a second floor modern, and then a 200-year-old wooden house. Really windy. So down the street here you can see the big modern building which houses the Bank of Mauritius, and they had a small money museum, the history of the bank, but they don't let you take any photographs, so I couldn't add any photos or videos, but it was really interesting. Okay, so we're heading down the street. and trying not to get hit by a car. It's very busy. People are getting their lunches, so very, very busy sidewalks. So interesting, the mixture of cultures. Here's a Muslim barber. And there's a fort on the hill. We're gonna go visit the fort today. Okay, so this is historic Port Louis. Very, very quaint. Very similar to what you can find in New Orleans and in the French Caribbean, because of course the French Empire at the time was expanding and building. So very interesting. That's so similar. Okay, so next stop is we're gonna see the dodo, a stuffed dodo, and a skeleton of a dodo at the museum, the Natural History Museum. So I'm really excited. We're gonna see a dodo. So here's the old British colonial building with Queen Victoria. When the British Empire ruled the world, ruled Britannia, not anymore. So this is really the heart of old Port Louis, and a lot of traffic now, but you can imagine with the horse-drawn carriages how quaint it used to be. So we're gonna have to find the Natural History Museum and cross the street really quick. And I think we're here. "55 years independence." So the Mauritius Institute building was built between 1880 and 1884. So to promote scientific discoveries of the island. And wherever you go in the world, there's Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken. Everyone loves KFC. Yeehaw! Give me a bucket of chicken. So there's a canal here, and a sign, no hawking, so no sales. Lovely park. So a monument donated, let's see, I can't read the Chinese, Principality of Foshan. And here's somebody very famous, Remy Ollier. So the French still have a lot of influence. And here's something in Hindi. Okay, and French. So all the people that helped make Mauritius a great nation. And there's lovely banyan trees, these huge, huge trees. Amazing. And a lovely bandstand. I guess they used to have concerts. I don't think they have concerts anymore, but they're really lovely. And another statue. Here we are, Adrien d'Epinay, Île Maurice. And a lovely fountain that's not working, but it is really, really lovely. Charmant. So we're here at the entrance, and it has a plaque of the reopening when they refurbished not too long ago. So 400 years ago, the island was a paradise. And then the Dutch came and ate all the dodos. So the dodo was a flightless bird, endemic to Mauritius. Ostrich egg, and that's a big egg. So all the birds on the island. Birds from other parts of the world. Introduced birds. Endemic birds. Okay. So birds that are only found in Mauritius. So the animals. Big old tortoise. Wow. Fish. The sea turtle. The sunfish. Sailfish. Tuna. So a lot of education for children, for the school groups that come to learn about how to help preserve nature. Ooh, a lot of seashells. Beautiful. Wow. And ooh, look at those fish. Wow. Butterflies. So you have butterflies from and animals of Africa. And the Dodo Gallery. This is what people come to see because there are no more dodos in the world. And you have to see, I think in either London, the London has a skeleton of a dodo, but here in Mauritius, they tell all about the dodo. So extinct for over 350 years. It weighed between 20 and 40 pounds, 10 to 18 kilos. So the Dutch came and they quickly plundered the island. And then the unique, complete Dodo skeleton in 1870. Okay, they found it. Of course, Lewis Carroll made the Dodo famous in Alice in Wonderland. So there's some dodos. Like a big chicken, a very big chicken. Hello, Dodo. Wow.
But unfortunately, they'd all disappeared before they could be scientifically observed. Until now.
Oh my gosh, one dodo bird was sent to Italy, one was sent to Japan, 2 were sent to India, 2 were sent to England, 1 to Prague. Oh wow. 9 were sent to Holland, of course. Oh. So this is really, really special. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Dodo. So the second floor of the Natural History Museum has been created on 2021, a museum exhibition dedicated to how Mauritius was tied in with World War I and World War II. Of course, more of World War II, but I was just really taken by the detail and the balanced information of the exhibit. It explains it so clearly. So I imagine, again, the school children that come here on field trips to learn about history, but this living history that they have, the connection of Mauritius, their island, to the world wars is quite interesting. So again, they really have very good information and unique stories of their history. And the artifacts that they were able to put on, amazing. It's like, you know, you could almost touch history with the way the artifacts are presented. And then for kids, of course, kids can go in there and make photos. So I'm just skimming over all the information. But what made me actually tear up was the story of the Jews, that what the British did. Both American and British denied a lot of Jews entry during World War II. And so this group of Jews were on a ship and they were trying to flee from Palestine. And it says here, sent on December 9th, 1940, and they were in a detainment camp where they suffered tropical diseases, inadequate food and clothing. And when the war was finally over, 128 of them died in the camp. And then most of them chose to leave the island and go to the new founding of Israel. And then it says 2011, there were noted only 43 Jews here on the island. But what a story. I never had any idea of this. And then a laying out of, again, the powers, the Axis, the Allied, and then how women participated in the war, and then the siege of Leningrad and how Russia suffered, well, the Soviet Union. And they even have artifacts down here. Red Army artifacts. Wow, I don't know how they got them. And then here's unique stories of Mauritians who lived through the war. And then they have a database you can search, and then a whole wall dedicated to the Holocaust, because every child should grow up knowing what the Holocaust was. Even though it's very brutal to show these photos, it's very important that we don't forget what happened, and that it should never happen again. And then of course there's Remembrance Day, November 11th. That marks the halt of World War I. And then of course Remembrance Day for World War II. And then they also have, for the smaller island of Rodriguez, then the people from those Rodriguez who served in the war. Excellent, excellent museum. So I am up in a very nice neighborhood that is looking above the city of Port Louis. And there's a public park area here, well manicured. But this road has no sidewalk, and when you have to walk, you just really have to try to be careful not to get hit by cars. So we're gonna try and cross the street. Okay, we crossed the street safely, and we're going up. So all these stairway, there is an outdoor chapel up there, and a great view of the city, Port Louis, and the mountains that surround the city. So it sits in a valley. Okay. Has a port, the harbor. So very curious what's up in the chapel, outdoor chapel, with the statue of Mary on top. It almost feels like a cemetery, but it's not. It's like a park. Very interesting. Okay, and here's all these lava rocks because, yeah, there were volcanoes on the island, and so the mountains are volcanic, and they use the lava rocks. Alrighty, what do we have here? And the gate is locked. But the view is spectacular. Wow. Port Louis, Mauritius. Amazing. So yeah, it's an outdoor chapel with a altar, and I guess it can hold crowds of thousands in attendance for special events, like if the Pope came. I don't know if the Pope ever has been here, but a lot of the island is Catholic. So I forgot the percentage, 40% Catholic, and then you have a lot of Muslim, Hindu, there are some Buddhists, I heard, and some also other Protestant Christian churches, but the majority in Christians are Catholic here. Alright, so part one finished right here at the Performing Arts Center, and we ran out of batteries before I could show you the waterfront development. This is one of the most delightful parts of Port Louis. They have a very beautiful 5-star hotel that's anchored here in the shopping center. Very nice restaurants. And then they have some pop-up eateries. I don't know what they are. Let's see, chasseur, some curry, some biryani, boulette, all the local Mauritian cuisine. Very delicious.
Are you sure you got it?
And what else they have? Here's the Blue Penny Museum, which closed just a few minutes ago. So we're coming back to see this museum because it has a lot of history of Mauritius, and it has a blue penny, I believe, stamp. The most expensive stamp in the world for collectors. So this shopping center is delightful. And there's a yacht club here. Let's check out the yachts. They have, I believe, a submarine ride too or something. Aquarium. Here's the map. Okay, the layout. You are here, Blue Penny Museum. And then there's the hotel right in front of us. And a marina quay, I guess more shops, and we're gonna check it all out. So the delightful yachts that will take you to the most beautiful beaches. So beautiful, wow. And then across are all the shipping, the super yachts. No, they're not yachts, they're super tankers, shippers, traveling the globe, bringing things here and there. So here's the pier. I don't know. Oh, it fell apart. So I guess we're gonna repair the pier. Do not enter. Oh. Unless you wanna fall down. There's Will Smith. I wonder what's he doing on the billboard. So the best hotel in town. Very lovely La Bourdonnais Hotel. And there's Will Smith up there. And Leo DiCaprio. I don't know what, I think there's a movie theater up there, that's why. Okay, so in this little mall here, there's the Dodos. You have to get a Dodo if you come to Mauritius. You have to get a Dodo. Yes, cinema is upstairs. Okay. All right, here's the waterfront where you sit down, enjoy a meal, have a good drink. Oh, they do have. What kind of beer you have? What's the name of the beer? Phoenix? Geister. Oh, that's a good beer. Okay, I'm gonna have a beer. Let's sit down and have a beer. And the kiddies are having fun on the little rentals there. A Pizza Hut, a Haagen-Dazs. Very, very nice. So this is the waterfront of Port Louis. And a very fancy restaurant attached to the hotel. That kid is sure having fun. Okay, so this is Port Louis Part 2 video. I hope you enjoyed it. And we have one more part, the Blue Penny Museum, which we didn't make to today, so that's coming up. Thank you.